Today I want to talk about the question I hear, am I too old? Not me, you asking the question, am I too old to have a successful or develop a successful career as an artist? The first thing you got to answer is, what are you talking about? Are you talking about being a success as an artist because you are selling your work? Or are you talking about being a successful artist because you make art? And if it's the second one of those, then yeah, you can be a successful artist at any age with any constraints or special challenges. It's my feeling that the minute you pick up a paintbrush and put some paint on something with it, canvas, wall, floor, yourself, your clothes, you're a successful artist because you showed up and you made art. Or you go outside and you pick up a paintbrush and you look at something out there that you might want to try to draw on a piece of paper and you don't know how yet, but you showed up with that pencil and you took the time to look and you tried, and then maybe you figured out you needed some lessons, but you showed up, you started, you wanted, you did it. You're an artist as soon as you make art. And art, oh my God, it is so far reaching, and there's such a wide range of kinds of art that all of it qualifies as far as I'm concerned. The other thing I hear is, I mean, people tell me this all the time, wherever I'm at. I think it's like a learned response or something somebody told them and they just repeat it and they've never really experienced it or think about it, but they say to me, I could never be an artist because I can't even draw a straight line. Well, do you see any straight lines in any of let's see if we can even show you, in any of my artwork? No, you don't need to be able to draw a straight line to be able to be an artist. Really serious, it might even hamper you. And if you want to draw a straight line in your artwork, there are rulers and tools. And there are a lot of things you can learn once you make that decision and to show up and make some art. And I do sell art, and I like selling art because I have a studio to pay for and I have materials to pay for, and this is kind of my late life work and play, and selling art just makes it that much more fluid and easier to keep doing it. But if I never sold another piece of art and I just kept making art, I truly believe I would be I could very fairly still call myself a very successful artist, because for me, art is about the act of making art, or making art is about, or being an artist is about making art. And there are so many ways to do that. And there are ways to profit in some way from your art, or at least help the world go around with the making your art and passing it on without it going into a gallery and being sold and giving you money. I regularly donate my artwork to nonprofits who have fundraisers or events where they might have a raffle and they need something to raffle off, and I give them a piece of art or a basket of some of my smaller pieces, and they can often raise way more money doing that for their fundraiser, which I believe in and would like to contribute to anyway, than I can by trying to sell that art and spending the time around the process of selling it and marketing it, and then trying to get the money, and then having the money to donate to that cause that I believe in. So it just sort of cuts out the middleman. I don't have to deal with it, I don't have to sell it, and I get to support those agencies, and that is dear to my heart. I also quite often give away art, especially if it is in conjunction with being able somehow to inspire others to make art, or to lift up Don't you just love the sound of the train over there? I do have a microphone that I bought specifically for this purpose so that I could sit here and talk to you and you wouldn't hear noises outside, and I could walk around and you'd still hear me. And I bought it and I did a little video about it, and then I put it somewhere. And I don't know where today. It's not going to stop me from making this video today because life goes on. Anyway, back to giving away art or using my art to somehow inspire others to have a creative voice. I believe sincerely, with every part of my being, that art has the power to change lives, to build communities, to build connections, or to make communities better and to build connections. And if I can do that somehow with my art, I am more than happy to do so. So sometimes I take part in other charitable activities where I give away some means for others to make art. That might be, give some free classes or make some journals and pass them out to the homeless. Millions of ways, and I don't need to explain them all here. I guess my point is, you don't have to be in a gallery to be a successful artist. It's great fun when it works out that you are, and but one of the things that can happen is if you are so focused on the business end of it, particularly early on, when you should be spending a lot, in my opinion, should be spending a lot of time just playing and learning and getting used to the materials and maybe finding out what specific interests you have, what direction you want to go to into, maybe taking a class, maybe working with others to get inspired. Particularly early on, if you spend a lot of time trying to take your limited body of artwork out into the world and making a good enough profit off of it to make a living, it's, in my opinion, going to detract from what time you may have and what opportunity you may have to just explore the world of art making. I wish that no one had to make a living and everybody just had whatever art supplies they wanted and could just happily go out and make art every day. That's what I wish. It's not the way it is. But regardless of your age, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of challenge that you have, you may have, you can in some way make art, and that involves showing up to make art. First of all, letting go of the fear that you might not make good art. That's a whole other can of worms too, is answering the question of what is good art. So it's just about showing up first of all, getting over the fear that you have to somehow start out as an artist and make art, really good art, right away or ever. If you made terrible art for the rest of your life, I still think there's a measure of success in there that you could check off for yourself, because you've made art, and that's cool.